Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be making this really cute nail set. It's like giving lemon and grapefruit and orange. I don't really know exactly, but it's really cute. So let's jump right into the tutorial. I am starting off with Nailsslayed Supply number 27. This is one of my favorite nude base colors. It is perfectly opaque, but not too opaque to where it looks too press-on-y, but it's not so sheer, so I love it. Definitely buildable. I noticed that 2 coats is perfect for me personally, so I'm going to be using this, and I'm also going to be using some jelly colors from Nailsslayed Supply as well. Everything I'm using will be in the description. I'm using this one, NB1, and then the orange one, I don't know exactly the number, but yeah. I'm also going to be telling a story today. This is going to be a story time video and tutorial kind of the nail set that almost made me quit doing nails for good. Like the nail set that I really was so frustrated with that made me want to quit. And this is actually going to be very interesting because this is actually a client story. This was when I was doing acrylic nails and I had clients, and it was just very horrible, and I didn't know what was going on. So let me start off with the story. So basically I had a client, and I had a variety of clients. All of them never really had issues with their nails lifting or anything like that. At this point, I was already about a year or 2 years into doing nails, acrylic nails, and I felt like I really liked it. I felt like I was decently good at it, and I was getting better every day. I was still taking a little bit to do them, like a long time. I would take like 2 to 3 hours depending on the nail set and the amount of designs. And I noticed that this one particular client was new, so I was really nervous just off the bat to begin with to start her nails. But that's just me. I'm always very nervous no matter what when I meet new people, and I get like anxiety. I'm definitely not an extrovert. I'm definitely an introvert, so you guys might think otherwise if you guys see my videos, like short videos, but I'm very shy actually. So when I first started doing her nails, they turned out perfect. She really loved the way they looked and everything like that. But what happened was, after she had already went home and everything like that, a day later or 2 days later, I got a message, and she told me that every single one of her nails had popped off. Every single one. So I was like, that is so freaking weird. That never happened to me before, where like all of them are just popping off like that. And I was like, okay, maybe it was an error. And I was trying to really think back on when I was making the nail set. Like, what did I do wrong? Did I even prep the nails? Did I have, like, what did I do wrong? I was like, did I forget to prep them? Maybe I forgot. And I was literally blaming myself in any chance that and like in any way that I could, thinking of what I could have done wrong, where I went wrong, basically what happened. And the client was obviously very mad. So I was like, okay, immediately I'm going to reply. I'm going to tell her that she can come back whenever she has time to get a full new set of nails. So I will redo them for her, no charge or anything like that. I'm going to make sure I prep them super good. I'm going to make sure I prime and everything, basically do all the necessary steps like I did with all of my other clients to make sure that her nails last and she is happy. So then I went ahead on to just redo her nails again, and obviously she was mad. She didn't even talk to me the whole appointment. She was being really rude, really like upset, like, and I get it, but I mean, I don't know what I did wrong, you know? So it's not like I was rushing the nail set either. Like I told you guys, I take a long time to do take a long time to do my acrylic nails, so I didn't know where I went wrong with this. So I did them again, and I was like, okay, this time they should be perfect. And I even tried to reassure her. I was like, okay, I made sure to prep extra good. I used my super detailed prep bit, like where you can prep the nails, take off all the dead skin and everything. I was like, I did that. And I was kind of like kicking myself because I was like, wait, I don't cut cuticles, because that's the one thing I never did as a nail tech, is cut cuticles, because I was always too scared. My hands are so shaky, and I just felt like there was just a high possibility of me cutting the client or nipping the client, so I never wanted to cut cuticles ever. That was just an automatic no for me, and I would apologize anytime somebody would ask me to cut their cuticles and tell them, like, you know, I'm super shaky and there's no way for me to control it, so I would just prefer not to, if that's okay with you. But I would always use like cuticle softener and remove their cuticles with a really soft, gentle bit that would remove dead skin around the cuticles. So I would always do stuff like that. So I made sure that with this client, I did some extensive, really good prep to make sure that that could have been the issue, that could not have been the issue, basically. And I make sure to reassure her and tell her, like, hey, you know, I made sure to prep extra. I applied primer and everything, just like I do with all my other clients. And I'm so sorry, but I'm sorry this happened. And yeah, you shouldn't have any more issues. So I sent her on her way. I was happy that I got it done with. Honestly, I hate leaving a customer unhappy, especially when it's just like someone that trusts you to do their acrylic nails. Out of all the nail techs in my area at that time, I lived in a really big city. There was just so many nail techs she could have chose, and you know, she chose me. So, you know, yeah. But I did not have a following then like I do now. I was on YouTube and everything, but I never told the story before to anyone, I don't think. Except my boyfriend. He was, you know, he heard of it right away. So then 2 days pass again, or 1 or 2 days pass again, and I get a text from her, and my heart drops instantly because I know she's not messaging me if for nothing, right? So my heart drops, and it says, "I'm so mad and upset my nails fell off again." And I'm like, what? Like, my heart literally dropped, my stomach literally sank, and I'm like, how did her nails fall off again? And I was so frustrated at this point with myself, and just like feeling like I wanted to give up. This was the one moment where I was really like, should I just quit doing this? Like, if my client's nails are over here falling off after I already redid them fresh 2 days ago, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what's causing it. I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I hate confrontation, so I was scared to see her again, to redo them again, and I didn't know what to do. So at this point, she doesn't even want to come back. At this point, she is pissed. She's livid, like literally. She doesn't want to come back. She says she wants all her money back. And the thing is, when she sent me the photo of her nails, I couldn't tell, because it was the same nail set again, so I couldn't tell exactly if it was a photo of the old nails. You know what I mean? Like, was she scamming me? Was it really me? Did I really not do the nails right again a second time? Was she scamming me? Did she take extra photos the first time and then, you know, pretend that they fell off again so she can get a refund? I noticed that I've always been really extremely nice to clients. I always kind of don't enforce any type of boundary or policy. That's what I mentioned this before, and that's a reason why I quit acrylic nails. I just felt like I was too nice and kind of like a people pleaser in a sense. Like, back then, this was years and years ago. So I was just way too nice, and it was like I was a beginner at nails, so I just wanted to be good, you know? I just wanted people to like my work. And when I saw this message again, I didn't know what to do. And she was already pissed. She's like, I'm not going back. I want a full refund. I want all my money back. I remember I had to refund her like $70 or something. And it was a nail set that did have designs, but I made it exactly the same as the first time. The second time, there was no way for me to even tell a difference. And I had no way of proving any type of difference in the photos, because the second time I did the nail set and redid it for her, she was already annoyed that she had to sit there again. So I wasn't going to ask her, hey, let me take a picture of them again. Let me remake a video for my Instagram. Like, no, I literally just made them and then sent her on her way. Like, the second time, like, I put nails on her and then sent her on her way. And I had no idea if the photo she sent me was a photo that was new and it actually fell off, or if it was old, and I had no idea what to do. I just refunded her the money and I never messaged her again. But this was basically the time that I wanted to quit nails. And I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Like, could that have been a possibility? Like, her nails falling off like that many times right away? Have you guys ever had that happen to you? Like, let me know. Or if you guys take clients, did that happen to you with your clients too? This was definitely a wake-up call for me. When this happened, I realized right away, I was like, okay, obviously I went in and did extensive research after I refunded her, because I was just like, okay, second time for them to fall off, like, this is weird. I went in and did extensive research and tried searching, like, what can cause this to happen. The first thing that came up right off the bat was that the client can have very oily nail beds, way more oily than any other person. Like, there's some people that just have naturally really oily nail beds, and that can cause the nails to come off super easily. But even that, I feel like that's not even, like, there's thousands, millions of people that get their nails done, and I feel like there's no way for them to fall off that many times, like, again, a second time. You know what I mean? Especially when I prepped so good. And I don't know, like, I just don't know what I could have did wrong. To this day, I don't really know. But I do think maybe it could have been my primer. And I'm not gonna lie to you, after this incident, it maybe was a month later, I decided to quit acrylic and start press-on full time. So this was definitely one of the incidents that made me quit acrylic nails and start doing press-ons instead, because I just felt like press-ons are way better. It's all up to the client or the customer to apply them. I send instructions, and there is videos here on my channel on how to apply them properly. So if they choose to apply them the way I apply them, then they should last them a very long while, like maybe a week or two, a full 1 to 2 weeks. But I've seen people that have their press-ons even up to 3 to 4 weeks. Some of my customers have messaged me that they had their press-ons for 1 month on. So it just depends on how you apply them, and I guess it does really apply on the oiliness of your nail beds. So maybe that had something to do with this customer that I dealt with way back when, years ago. And I don't know. I just feel like maybe it was my fault, but maybe it wasn't. And I just genuinely don't feel like it was my fault because I never had the issue with any of my other clients or customers ever. So I don't know what the exact issue was, but this was definitely the incident that made me quit doing acrylic nails and almost made me quit doing nails in general. But I kept pushing forward. This is why it's so important, you guys, to not give up when something crazy happens or life throws a curveball at you or something just like brings you down like that. It can happen with press-ons too. Like you can get customers that will message you and be like, hey, all my crystals fell off, or hey, my nails all broke or something. You just have to try to like really reevaluate like what you did and then try to think, how can I fix it next time and make sure that this does not happen again. So that's definitely something that's very important whenever you do nails or run any type of nail business. You definitely have to go through trial and error a lot. This is just inevitable. You're gonna have to go through it no matter what to start your journey. And so many of you guys tell me that I inspired you to start press-ons and everything like that, but you cannot give up when something small or like an inconvenience happens, you know? And yeah, basically that inconvenience happened to me and I almost quit doing nails altogether. I almost just went and got a regular job. And this was years ago, and I was already about to start. I was already doing press-on nails at this time, but not so consistently. I was definitely doing acrylics more consistently, like acrylic nails, and I definitely realized that press-ons were where I wanted to go. I was like, you know what, this is definitely the journey I want to take. I want to focus on nail art versus like, you know, shaping acrylic and everything. And I feel like the nail art, focusing on nail art would be perfect with press-on nails. So that's why I decided to start this journey, and I started doing it very consistently. I literally think a month later was when I started my Press-on Slayed by Val Instagram. This was in 2021, I believe. And I decided to start my Press-on Slayed by Val Instagram, and now my Instagram is doing pretty good. But that is what made me really be consistent. And I remember the day I made that Instagram, I was like, I need to be consistent. I need to take this serious. And I'm going to try as hard as I can to grow my customers here on my Instagram. Because think about it, growing customers through Instagram instead of having a website is drastically different, really, really difficult, basically. It's extremely difficult because people have to trust you to send you money and have to trust to order from you. And to this day, a lot of people do not trust me and I don't end up getting orders. But I'm working on my website, so that will be coming soon, hopefully. But yeah, that is basically the story time I wanted to give you guys today. And this nail set is turning out so cute here in the video. That's pretty much it for the story though. So let me know what your guys' opinion is. Do you think it was my fault? Whatever you think, I want to know. I would love learning your guys' opinions and everything, or even hearing your stories and what has happened to you, even if you did your own nails or a family member's nails and this happened. Like, what did you do to fix it? Or like, did you even fix it? Did you get better? Let me know what you guys went through. And yeah, I'm basically just finishing up the nails here. We only have about 2 minutes left of the video. This side was supposed to be more of like an orange, but the jelly color that I had is definitely more of a reddish brownish. This would be really perfect for like a tortoiseshell nail set rather than an orange. It kind of ended up looking a little more like a grapefruit, but honestly, I don't mind it. I think it's really cute. It still definitely gives summer citrus vibes, and I think it's perfect. My customer did request like lemon and orange, but these are the colors she specifically wanted me to use, so I just went ahead and used what she wanted me to use. And I felt like it turned out great either way. There's definitely lots of different techniques in this nail set, like some, what is that called? Like blooming gel type of design. And then there's also some 3D lemon and orange design, and just a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this nail set. I actually just painted a really cute stitch nail, and I'm going to be posting that on YouTube Shorts very shortly. I'm going to post it today because the new movie just came out, the Lilo and Stitch movie. Let me know if you guys have seen it. Is it cute? I really want to go see it. I really love the original though, so I don't know if it's going to be really hard to beat. And yeah, just let me know if you've seen it and if you guys recommend that I go see it, because I really want my boyfriend to take me. I'm like telling him that I really want to go. So maybe I'll go this upcoming weekend. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Now I'm going to show you guys the finished result and how it turned out once I filed and put them away. this is how they ended up looking. I really love the way they look. Let me know what you guys think, and thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video on Tuesday. Bye!